Hey everybody, this is Ketogenic Jim. I know I've been away for a while. I'm trying to get back into it, so I'm doing 2 videos in a day. I just finished up about an hour ago the Cornish pasty video, which was extremely late, but it's how it is. I actually was able to do pre-schedule a couple of the videos, so hopefully I'm kind of giving you guys a bit of steady videos. But we're doing another easy fermentation video, the humble cabbage. You have my sauerkraut video. What's a good modification of sauerkraut is kimchi. Now obviously you need a proper Chinese cabbage or some other cabbage. This is typical British white cabbage. Perfectly fine for what I'm using it for, just to explain what's going on, since this is really all that I have. Obviously for kimchi they usually say Chinese cabbage, carrots, spring onions, garlic, this, that, and the other. You just need cabbage. You need cabbage. That's what does the main fermentation process. That's the main thing that gives you all the good tastes and all the good stuff that, that wonderful lactobacillus, all the good gut bacteria, that comes out of the cabbage. Now, you're gonna need the cabbage, you're gonna need your salt. I'm gonna use a little bit of sea salt also, because it gives a little bit of flavor. Some standard table salt works. Some crushed chilies, some rice vinegar. That's going to be the difference compared to normal sauerkraut. This is just basic rice vinegar. If you don't have chili paste, then use some more of this stuff, crushed chilies. Some garlic paste. Obviously, just use real garlic and you crush it up as fine as possible. Does the same job. Ginger paste. Hard to find if you're not in walking distance to an Aldi in the United Kingdom. Ginger paste is extremely useful, extremely good. If you find it, buy it, stock up. Extremely helpful in a lot of Asian dishes. And a little bit of lemon juice just to replace the fish paste or fish sauce that I cannot get a hold of. Give it a little bit of zap. Kimchi is basically just a nice spicy sauerkraut. You cut it up into a little bit bigger chunks, and that's pretty much how you make it. Same way as sauerkraut. We're going to make the paste first, then we're going to make our cabbage sauerkraut, and then compact it all together. I'm going to show you. I'm going to chop this bad boy up because you don't need any time-lapse video of me doing this. I've done it on I think 3 or 4 videos, so this is going to be chopped up and you'll see me make the paste. Like I said, I know I don't really want to keep showing me cutting cabbage since it's extremely boring and not really interesting, but that's about the size that you want to do for kimchi. Let's see here. Typical jar lid, basically about half the size of the jar lid, and that is a pretty good explanation. You want it big and chunky, kind of. If you're good at using chopsticks like me, you want basically something easy to get with chopsticks. About the size of a spoon, one roughly, yeah. About that big. It's, let me see if I can get a spoon here. Perfect explanation. About that big, and that is perfect for kimchi. Alright, we got our cabbage, a little bit of salt put in, well, a good bit of salt, about a tablespoon per quarter, really. This is a big one, so I've just, it's about 6 or 7 tablespoons in this right now, and you just kind of press it down. You want the moisture to kind of draw out, and what we want to do is crush all this up and get as much moisture out before we put it into the jars, and we're going to drain off the water that comes off of the cabbage, put it into our jug. We're going to use that along with all of our vinegars and our pastes, and we're going to mix that together, and that's going to be the sauce, the paste, the chili sauce, whatever. And then we have to kind of mix that in with the cabbage, and that's going to be our kimchi. We're going to seal it off and we're going to let it ferment. The normal recipe for kimchi calls for sugars and things like that. Once again, it's ketogenic, ultra low carb. You do not need that. You just gotta let it ferment a little bit longer. But right now we're just gonna keep crushing this and try to draw out as much moisture as possible. Okie dokie, we got a little bit of moisture, so I'm just going to take the juices and transfer it over to our Pyrex dish. You know what? Get the spoon I used to measure it with, and just kind of scoop this out. Because what this is the moisture from the cabbage, right? It has all of that starters of the bacteria and all of the goodness in, and we want to use as little water as possible because the water is going to slow down the fermentation process, right? So this is basically water. It's been drawn out by the salt. So if you drank it now, it'd be basically like saline. It'd be very salty. But we just can draw it out and then kind of like leave this here and make our paste. I'm gonna readjust the camera and you'll see me in a second. Okay, we got our ingredients here, and basically it's gonna be in tablespoon form, about a tablespoon of lemon juice, just to increase the acidity again. Or garlic paste, about a tablespoon of garlic paste. And depending on how spicy you like it, about a tablespoon of the chili paste. I'm running out. But not a big problem. Our ginger paste, which once again is an extremely good taste in kimchi. I love ginger paste. I put it in pretty much almost any Asian dish that has any type of sweet and sour. It just draws out a lot of the sweetness. Then of course the rice vinegar. We're going to have 2 tablespoons of that. So just to summarize right now, a tablespoon of lemon juice, tablespoon of garlic paste, tablespoon of chili paste, tablespoon of ginger paste, and then I'm going to add a couple, just literally a good dash of crushed red chili flakes. And then, because sauerkraut is activated by sodium, I'm going to get a nice big pinch of sea salt put into this. And that, my friends, is our kimchi kind of paste. I'm just going to slowly mix this together, mix this in with the sauerkraut, and then I'm going to start to put it into our jars. If you like it more spicy, you want more flavor, obviously it's all in the ginger, the garlic, and the chili paste. So you just kind of mix this through. The rice vinegar is just going to activate it. You can smell it now. It's very, very, how would I explain it? The smell. Kind of like what you would think of as like a generic Asian food that you've never had before. There's obviously a fishy taste to it, maybe like a fish, what would it be? Like a Mongolian fish, something like that. Like a pad thai, like a fish pad thai. That'd be a good way to explain it. It's not an unpleasant smell, but it's just the ginger has an odd taste to it when mixed with the vinegar and all that. But once it ferments, it's quite good. And you can kind of see here, it's just really just want to let everything kind of melt through. It's kind of a, you know, with the pastes and everything, you want to just make sure it's all mixed. But that's pretty much it. And the whole, oh, that's part of it. That's actually the sauerkraut. Oh, with a piece of ginger. And that's it. I'm gonna mix this in. Mix it, literally the moisture back into the sauerkraut. And it's not gonna be sauerkraut anymore, it's going to be kimchi. All right, there's our finished product. Beautiful kimchi. Basically what this is missing, if you want to add into it, some spring onions, maybe a little bit of carrot if you really want. I am not a carrot person, never liked them. Went into keto, they're a root vegetable, a lot of starch, no need for them, so I am perfectly fine with omitting them. There's no need for it in general. It's really spicy sauerkraut. That's the main thing with basic kimchi. Obviously there's a lot of other things other than spice and cabbage, but it is a good taste. Let that ferment for 2 weeks is what I recommend, and there you have it. It's a wonderful thing to add on. I'm going to be probably trying to make a pad thai, or maybe I'll try to find some other type of Chinese dish that is not General Tso's chicken, which is the only thing that I really liked when I was a kid. But anyways, something you really should get into your repertoire, especially if you're really good or you enjoy making sauerkraut. Kimchi, it's a different flavor, it's a different variation onto it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really hope you decide to try it, especially if you've never had kimchi before. Definitely one to try to get into your diet. If you like my videos, give a like and subscribe. Leave comments below. If you want to get into any ketogenic coaching to find out why this is really good for you, get in touch with me, ketogenicgym@gmail.com, or any of my social media. Just look up Ketogenic Gym, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all Ketogenic Gym. I really appreciate you watching. You have a great day. Thanks a lot.